Okay, my horsepower junkies, we're headed to Detroit's car manufacturing heyday in Motor City, the newest game from Gameosity favorite designer duo, Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle, along with Adam Hill, who co-designed Godspeed, which we enjoyed a lot. Motor City, published by the aptly named Motor City Gameworks, is up on Kickstarter as we speak. So does this engine-building rollin' right really get our motors running, or is it more of a Ford Pinto? Let's race into this Kickstarter preview and find out. Like Fleet the Dice Game and Three Sisters, Motor City is a heavier roll and write, with a focus on building along multiple progression paths and generating combos that let you take more actions than the game's 8 rounds would otherwise allow. At its core, this roll and write is an engine builder, where you'll be upgrading your actions to take bigger and bigger turns as the game goes on. It's as engaging as it is thematic, and it can be delightfully brain-burny at times. Each round, a pool of dice will be rolled and assigned to the blueprint table, and then in turns, players will draft those dice. When you take a die, you'll get the bonus from its spot on the blueprint table, and then you'll be able to spend that die in one of several ways. Either you can take the action associated with the column of the blueprint table, use it to upgrade the action, making it permanently better for you for the rest of the game, or you can use that die to progress your research track. Then, finally, you'll place your chosen die on any unoccupied action space on your sheet, and then take its action. And that's a lot of stuff for one die, and every round, each player will be drafting 2 dice, and then all players will get to use the single remaining die for either its action or research. And that's a big part of the Motor City experience. There aren't a lot of turns, and the dice introduce a bit of randomness, but every choice has this cascade of consequences, and as your engine comes up to speed with improved actions and unlocked combos, your turns will get bigger and bigger. Sure, there are a million things you'll want to do across these giant sheets, but despite the relatively small number of turns, Motor City is generous with how much it lets you get done, and I'm always surprised by how many scoring options I've managed to tackle, and how many I've missed. As the owner of your Detroit car plant, you'll want to make advances along the many paths to points that Motor City offers. You'll rev up your speedometer to keep points accruing every turn. You'll run cars around your test track, focus on sales to boost your income, and keep production and engineering humming to make sure that you'll come out ahead of your competitors. Each of your actions can be upgraded to make running these different tracks even more efficient, but you'll have to spend precious turns making those upgrades happen. You can get even more out of your turns by engaging your research department and by spending your hard-earned cash at the service department. Nearly every path you move along will give you some bonus action or opportunities to earn points, so while it's hard to feel like any moves you're making in Motor City are wrong, it's easy to feel like you're picking between multiple good options, and that's where the strategy exists. Another strategic point for would-be automobile moguls is the audit die, which gets rolled between rounds and restricts players from easily taking the associated action in the following round. Like the randomness of the other dice themselves, the audit die adds a wrinkle for you to work around. It's not an insurmountable obstacle for you to overcome, but it's just a little wrench in your grand engine that keeps things interesting. On the whole, we really liked Motor City. It provides a roll-and-write experience with more horsepower than most. The genre tends to be delightfully lightweight, and Motor City is definitely not that. The player interactions are essentially limited to the drafting of dice, so you'll be free to make the best plays you can and manage and stockpile your points as high as you can get them. So if this sort of high-octane roll-and-write experience seems like your speed, we definitely recommend you follow the links in the info to the Motor City Kickstarter, which is running through March 31st. And that's it. Hey, Meeple and I thank you for watching. If you want to see more of our reviews, please click on either of these playlists. One of them is our full-length review series, and the other one is Game in a Minute, where we tell you everything you need to know about a game in about 60 seconds. If you'd like to subscribe, please click the G and ring the bell so that you get a notification every time we publish. And if you like what we do and want to support us, please check out links to our Patreon below. We'll see you next game. Flesh and blood.